Hey everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here, back with another guide for Dark Souls Remastered, and I think this is part 19 of the full playthrough walkthrough. I haven't labeled the previous few parts just yet, but in part 19 we're going to go through the Duke's Archives, as well as the Crystal Cave, and we are going to kill Seath the Scaleless. So this is somewhat of like a 2-in-1 walkthrough, just because they're so connected, and if we don't do this way, then there wouldn't be a boss for Duke's Archives, so it's just better off doing it this way. If you've never joined me for these walkthroughs before, this is a Let's Play style walkthrough, so I am recording as I talk and as I play, so there may be some deaths. I'll edit those out if they're not easily recovered from, and then you may hear a little bit of background noise, but I do my best to edit that out. Okay, so my player stats, I'm level 80, 31 Vitality, 30 Endurance, 20 Strength, 40 Dex. My weapon of choice is a Uchigatana plus 15. I'm going to unequip my Divine Uchigatana, don't need that anymore. I'm using a Crest Shield, the Gold Hemmed set, the Wolf Ring, and the Ring of Steel Protection. And that's about it. So we cannot access Duke's Archives unless we have placed the Lord Vessel. So if you have not done that already, backtrack in this walkthrough a long time to the Anorlando part of the walkthrough, and then you can do that. Just going to talk to the Firekeeper here.
Very auspicious. I pray that through you.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I had any more Firekeeper souls. Anyway, just checking on that. Okay, so for the Duke's Archives, we can start at the Anorlando Bonfire, exit and turn left, and then there is another piece of Anorlando that we haven't explored just yet. Maybe you have earlier, and if you did, you probably ran up against a gold fog wall, and that gold fog wall goes away after you place the Lord Vessel. So there's a giant guarding it here. And yep, slam your shield down. Hit him a couple times and he'll go down. What are you going to drop for us, buddy? Nothing, of course. Alright, so we're going to walk along these balconies here. And you do need to be careful because I think there's some white gargoyles in this area. No, maybe not. Again, I played a mod, so like I'm always confused as to what's actually here. That mod is called Daughters of Ash, and I highly recommend it. Okay, so there is a bull here. And just like the bull that we fought very early on in the game in the Undead Parish, this bull is only susceptible to piercing attacks. So you want to do a jumping, or a forward R2 attack. And as long as you're using certain kinds of weapons, that will be considered a piercing attack. And you can just keep on doing that over and over. You don't want to... Oh, God. Yeah, you don't want to put too much distance between you and the bull, otherwise that'll happen. Oh my God, I might die. Oof, okay, so he's down. Heal back up, and there's going to be another one for us to deal with. Nice, the Fangboar helm. This is a fun helm. It's basically the boar's head, not the cold cuts. Okay, so we're going to come down here, and then I'm almost positive there's going to be another bull. Yep, right here. But this guy we can actually sort of trick. And what you want to do is you want to bait him to come up here. Yep. And then just walk into this little alcove here. And he can't get through here. So basically what you can do is you can just use this as like a trap for him. And then just do your forward R2s over and over. And then that was a risky one. Yep, that was a really risky one. That was pretty dumb. Anyways, do your forward R2s until he's down. And these boars are kill once enemies, so you won't have to keep doing this. Once they're down, they're down. Okay, and there is a bonfire here, and this bonfire is warpable. So the Duke's Archives bonfire is here. So let's go ahead and rest here. I'm not going to bother kindling this one, just because there's really no point at this stage. What we're going to do next is we're going to go onto this elevator, pull the lever, and this is where things get interesting. This is where Duke's Archives really starts. Duke's Archives is a library labyrinth, and inside of Duke's Archives are a lot of channelers. And you can see one in the distance there dancing, and he is buffing enemies around him right now. And you also have these crystal hollows that, they seem like normal hollows, from early on in the game. We've dealt with these many, many times, but these hollows are very, very strong. So you got to be really careful with where you're fighting them. They will often sort of hide in various places and sort of jump you. So you gotta be careful. They can literally jump. I wasn't joking. Oh, one more. There we go. Okay, so that one's down, and then there's an archer here. And if this archer gets hit with one of the spells from the channeler, I'll try to make it happen here. Sometimes he can get buffed, so you want to be very careful. And when a channeler buffs an enemy... Jesus. When a channeler buffs an enemy, they deal way more damage than normal. You also got to be very careful of the channeler's spell. So this one is buffed. That's why it has this aura around it. It doesn't get more health, but it gets a lot more strength. So you got to be very, very careful. There is a crystal golem here that is actually... I'm not sure if killing this is going to give us a pendant or not, but it might. If it does, that would be pretty early. Okay, it does not. If you have killed the Hydra... Oh boy. If you have killed the Hydra in Darkroot Basin, and you have freed Dusk of Ulasil, who I have not covered in this walkthrough yet. I will cover it in the next part of the walkthrough, but we're going to need to come back here and kill this Crystal Golem, I'll say that. That Crystal Golem has the item that grants us access to the DLC. Okay, so the Channeler's over there. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to come over here, and we're going to take care of the rest of the Crystal Hollows. Just because, again, like, that Channeler can buff them, and that's just not good for anybody. I guess it's good for them, but it's not good for us. So there's one under the stairs here, and there's also... Oh, God. There's also a couple of archers on the staircase. So you got to be careful about those. We're going to solo the Brave Warrior here. And then we're going to come around here, and then... Okay. There isn't one here. We're going to heal up, and then we're going to try to kill the Channeler, but they can teleport. And the Channeler will sometimes teleport to the top of the staircase. So you got to be careful here. Yep, he's teleporting. As soon as he starts channeling the teleport, he becomes invulnerable. So he's now up there. And I'm going to rush the Channeler just to kill him. The Channelers in Duke's Archives are not kill once enemies anymore. These Channelers, specifically in Duke's Archives, are normal enemies. So we're going to have to kill them anytime we die or anytime we come back to the area. Keep that in mind. Alright, block that. Hit him. And now there's a couple of treasures around here. I think there's one here. If not, there's definitely one on the other side. You guys can probably hear Donner chomping on his lunch. Just my puppy dog. He shows up on stream sometimes. So there's a Twinkling Titanite here, and then there's another chest on the other side that we can get. And this is... Duke's Archives is like a really interesting place. There's an intentional death that you need to take here. But we can actually do something about it in a way. So there is a Crystal Hollow over here. He's sort of tucked away in that little balcony area, so he's sneaky. And then I think there's another one right here, yep. Slice him up. Get a Twinkling Titanite. And this is why this is, in my opinion, this area is intended to be done last as far as the Lord Souls goes, because these enemies are so strong, even with a plus 15 weapon. Most other enemies will die in 2 hits. Basically, everything here requires 3 or more. Okay, so this chest is a Mimic here, so you can either use a Lloyd's Talisman and, you know, just use that to get the treasure, or you can just start attacking. One more hit. Goes down. And then we get the Symbol of Avarice. So the reason that we get the Symbol of Avarice is it's a random drop. You're guaranteed 1 per playthrough, I think. I think you're guaranteed a Symbol of Avarice on your final Mimic kill, and there's still a few more to kill in Duke's Archives. But the Symbol of Avarice is a really good item. It's a helm, and when you wear it, your item discovery goes up, I believe. Wearing this slightly raises soul absorption and item discovery, but also affects the wearer of the curse of the with the curse of the branded. So wearing the helm increases your item discovery, and it also increases the amount of souls that you get. But it poisons you, so your health slowly ticks down while wearing it. Okay, so we're gonna ride this elevator, and there's a big skip that you can do here to jump onto that balcony. I'm not good at it. I'm not gonna bother with it. It's a speedrunning trick. I'm not good at it, and I always wind up falling through the world. So I'm gonna show you the intended way to go through Duke's Archives. But feel free to look up the Duke's skip if you like. So through this hallway, there is a crystal hollow here. It's unclear who this person is. I don't think it's ever mentioned anywhere. But this guy does a lot of damage, so you gotta be careful. Try to kick him. Kick him again. There we go. Alright, and he's down. You can always parry him, but like anything crystal in this game, he does a lot of damage. Okay, so we're gonna go through this hallway, and this is a really, really unique situation here, because this is the only fog wall that is a two-way door. Oh, God. Oh, my God, I missed the crystal lizard. Oh, well, I don't need any more upgrades. That's funny. So, obviously, a lot of crystals here. You know you're sort of in for a good time. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the fog wall and fight the boss. LOL, JK. We can actually leave this room. It's unclear why you're able to leave. I think you're able to leave because this is an intended death. So what I recommend doing is equipping the rare Ring of Sacrifice. It allows you to die, and you lose nothing, but it nullifies Curse. And the reason I suggest this is because you can actually die to Curse from this boss. This is Seath the Scaleless. You are supposed to die to him at this point, but equipping the rare Ring of Sacrifice allows you to die with really no consequence. You will hollow again, so you lose your, you lose your human status, but you won't have to worry about Curse. So from here, we are just going to wait to die. As you can see, these crystals build Curse, which isn't good. And we're just going to wait one more time. And then you will continue to build Curse even as you're dying. So if you wind up dying from the Curse here, like even if you wind up quote-unquote dying from the laser, you can still die from the Curse, which is why the rare Ring of Sacrifice is very important. But once we die, this is similar to a death in Bloodborne. You wake up in a jail cell. The rare Ring of Sacrifice has shattered. Oh, we actually keep our human form. That's pretty nice. And so with the rare Ring of Sacrifice shattered, we're going to light this bonfire, and then... Oh, somebody's wearing my armor. And then we can change our ring back to the wolf ring. Great. So we're locked in this jail cell. This door is locked. You can try running over here, and there's just a couple crystal hollows, that are always down to party. Oh, boy. Go ahead and kill them. And, we seem to just be stuck. But what we can do is this lizard man is guarding the door, so we can just hit him once and he dies. Killing him, we can loot his corpse from the other side and we get the Archive Tower cell key, which allows us to leave this cell. However, when we leave this cell, an alarm is going to go off, and it's a sound you have to deal with until you turn it off. You can try muting the game. You can always do that. But once the alarm sounds, 2 lizard men are going to run up the stairs, and they will ignore you until they get really far up the stairs. So you can just immediately try attacking them and try to kill them as quickly as possible. And the reason you want to do that is because they're going to climb up a ladder and sort of stand on a landing that is very narrow and easy to roll off of. So it's better to fight them here when they're ignoring you rather than trying to go up that ladder and not die. So that's the way we're going to do it. We're going to open the door, walk outside, and then the alarm sounds. Alright, so now that that's done, here come the lizard men. Oh wow, I'm surprised. Usually they just straight up ignore you. Alright, so this one is running up. This is the one that ignores you here. So we're going to kill him before he can go up that big ladder there. That's the platform I'm talking about. So now that these guys are down, what we're going to do now is we are going to just start making our way down towards the alarm system. So we're going to open up any cells that we can. And there are several treasures that are hidden pretty nicely in this area. We have these guys. I forget their name. It starts with a P, I think. Don't let them grab you. If they do, they deal a lot of damage. And there's actually a very sad story about them that I'll get to in a little while. So this door is locked. You got another one of these things. If you listen closely, you can hear them cry. There's one that's locked in a cell, or that doesn't actually come out of a cell later on. And that one, you can hear crying. And the reason for that is because I mentioned this in the previous video, but Seath the Scaleless kidnaps maidens all throughout Lordran, and he brings them to the archives. He is the Duke. He brings them to the archives to conduct experiments on. And these are what the maidens are transformed into. So it's a pretty sad state of affairs, but, you know, when you have a mad scientist experimenting on people, that's what happens. Alright, so I'm going to go back into this cell first. I think we just dropped down to the other one, actually. Yeah, so we just dropped down to this one. Okay. There's a treasure in here, which is the Archive Prison Extra Key. And we need the extra key to open up another cell, which houses Rhea of Thorland. Rhea of Thorland is the white mage that we rescued in the Tomb of the Giants. However, Rhea, after you purchase all of her spells and exhaust her dialogue, Rhea turns hollow. Or she's actually kidnapped by a channeler in the Undead Parish, and then she comes here and hollows. So we can actually listen to these and they will cry. Yeah, so pretty sad, pretty disgusting. One of these drops a spell. I think it's the Homeward spell. Bountiful Sunlight Miracle. And then Soothing Sunlight. And then we also have Big Hat Logan here, but we're not going to talk to him just yet. It's okay if you do, but we can't actually do anything with him until we get a key much later on. Okay, so we're going to climb this ladder, and there's going to be a few lizard men that we got to take care of up here. The ones that sounded the alarm. Okay. And we got everybody's favorite over here. Oh boy. I'm gonna drink up just to be safe. Alright. We're down. We can open up this chest. I think this is a spell. Tower Giant Door Keys. This is the exit key. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and turn off the alarm. Alright, so now we don't have to deal with that sound anymore. Now that it's quiet, let's talk to Logan, see what he has to say. But again, we can't rescue him just yet. Here we go.
Hello again. What a chance meeting this is. Alas, I'm imprisoned once again. I don't suppose you could stage me a getaway. The archives. Such a storehouse of knowledge. So close, but just out of reach. The thought offends me so I could simply die. As a student of the arts, you understand me, yeah? Hello again.
Okay.
As a student of the arts.
So, the enemy name in Dark Souls is, what is it? Piasca? Piasca. And it's apparently some demon in Hindu mythology. Okay, so that's Logan. He's trapped here. This is the place he's been looking for the whole time. This is the font of knowledge for sorcery. Because here, he's trying to learn crystal magic. Okay, so we can leave. However, what I want to do first is I want to use that extra key that we found. And that will allow us to open a door that was previously unopenable. I believe it's this one here. Yep. Use the Archive Prison Extra Key. And Rhea is in here. So, sadly, Rhea has hollowed. She doesn't have a weapon. I think she can cast some miracles, but we just got to put her down. And that is the end of Rhea of Thorland. Sad story. Really sad. Had we not purchased all of her miracles, she would not have gotten kidnapped. So that's kind of on us. Anyway, we get some humanity. 7 humanity in the Ivory Talisman. Okay. And then you will also notice that there is like a prison cell up there, and then there's one there. And there are also like some treasures on ledges. So we got to get that next. And the way to do that is actually right near the end. So let's go ahead and go to this ladder. And since we killed the lizard men before, this ladder is not... It's just a ladder. There's no trap at the end of it. Or at the top of it. Yeah, you can see a treasure there. There's another one like down there somewhere. So that's what we're going to get now. And it just requires some interesting platforming. You know, ideally I should do this later, but that's okay. So we're going to walk along here, and then we are going to drop down a level. Yeah, just making sure that's what we want to do. Drop down a level, and then roll right away. Grab this. It's the Maiden set and the White Seance Ring. So that is Ray of Thorland set. And then I think that might have been it. I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting. Let me just double check. So this... Alright, this is the bonfire. Okay, I found it. So we gotta go back to the bonfire, and then there's another door in our cell that I totally forgot about. Right. Okay, so now that we have the extra key, we can open this door. Sorry about that. Easily forgotten. So from here, we can drop onto this platform here. Don't forget to roll. Great. Soul of a Brave Warrior. And then from here, we can just continue to drop onto these platforms. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay, great. Great job, everybody. So now that that's done, we can just slide down this ladder again and then backtrack to the exit. When we do this, I'm going to close a shade behind me. All right. I'm tempted to rest at the bonfire, but I think we'll be okay. I say that, but who knows? Man, Rhea really was replete with humanity. She gave 7. Petrus was right. Alright, so now that Duke's Archives is mostly fully looted, we do have to rescue Big Hat Logan in a little bit. But hopefully we can clear out Duke's Archives without too much trouble. I'm going to equip some humanity on my bar just to kind of make that easier. Got 44, wow. I feel like I almost ran out one time. I think it was versus Ornstein and Smo. Anyway, headed up this big old ladder. Snake Eater ladder. Now we can open the door using the big key that we got at the end near the alarm system. You do want to be careful out here, though, because there are many crystal hollows. And I think one of them is actually a spellcaster. Or there's an archer on the other end of this balcony who's probably already firing at us. Yep. So there's this archer, but then there's another crystal hollow in this room. He's right there, so... Not fun, but luckily he did an attack that gave us some time. Alright, take him down, take down the archer, and keep on moving. That's a DDR song, actually. Alright, and then in this room there's a couple channelers, so there's one there. Use the pillar to block his spell. And there's going to be another one, basically to our left here. So this is nice. This one's doing a buff, which allows us to just kill him really quick. I don't think there's anything over here, but I just want to double check. No, there's not. Okay. So, obviously there's a big staircase there, and there seems to be some sort of machine attached to it. And it's because there is. So... We need to find a way to that machine, but first we're going to come through here. And there's going to be another hollow on our right. Okay. Oh, God. Man, I'm really just racking up the soft humanity in this playthrough. Everything's been dropping it for me lately. Okay. Run through here. Just checking for a chest. No. Okay. So this is, believe it or not, the first area of the game, or of the level. So this is the entrance that we came through. There's a channeler down there. There's a staircase with the archer on the other side. So we're already back in this room. And this is what that shortcut was that I was telling you about. I mentioned that there's a crazy shortcut that allows you to skip the entire prison area. It leads you over here. but I'm no good at it, so. Whoa! That was a magic arrow. Okay, couldn't drink. Wasn't I just at 4 soft humanity a second ago? Or, wow, I really think I'm racking them up. Okay, I'm always just checking for chests around these corners, but now that we have cleared that out, we can go onto the staircase, turn the lever, don't forget to block, and then we're gonna now come up this staircase here, and then we can destroy this archer. There's another archer over there, and then we can also come down here, and there's some treasure. Alright. I think this is Demon Titanite? Twinkling Titanite. That makes sense. Okay, so that's that. I'm not sure if there's anything over here. It doesn't look like it, but it doesn't hurt to check. No. Alright. Alrighty. Cool, so we come back up here, and then there's not a chest over here, so there's an archer here. And this is going to start... We're now headed back into the room with the other channeler. And this is where that shortcut, had we been able to execute it, it would have dropped us off right here. But again, I'm not great at it. Okay, so there's another archer at the far end of this. Gotta be careful. And then, of course, there's a channeler on the far side of the hall. Didn't kill this dude. Just check for treasure. Nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop onto this staircase. And then what will likely happen is the channeler will disappear. He's probably going to teleport. Oh, wow, he did. Okay, so sometimes he'll teleport, and he'll just move right down there. Okay, so these stairwells are connected. So you'll notice that this is the room, or the balcony area that we came out of when we first, re-entered this area. That's this. And since we moved the staircase in the other room, this one moved as well. So, now that we've done that, there is a chest on the far end of this. Excellent ragdoll physics. Right, so there's nothing here, but there is a chest on the other side. They're just hard to see in Duke's Archives. And believe it or not, we're almost done with Duke's Archives. We don't have much left. So we're going to go to the Crystal Cavern next. So this is a real chest. We get Sorcery, Strong Magic Shield. And then we can turn this staircase again. And then use it to go down a level. But first, we'll go up. Oh, we already did that. Right, that was the level we just came from. Okay, so we're going to go down. And then there is an archer in the other room, but I'm not going to deal with him just yet. Just check for treasure. So there's an archer on this ledge over here. I'm not going to worry about him. Instead, we're just going to get onto the ladder and then zoom on down. I don't think I've ever actually killed that archer. Anyway, there is a switch here. And then this leads to a bonfire. So just be careful. Because that guy's still active up there, that archer. This pulls away this bookcase. And then we now have access to a bonfire. Actually, this is the Warpable Duke's Archive bonfire. I'm so sorry. I misspoke earlier. I said the first one was. It is not. So now that that is lit, we need to clear out a few more enemies here. So there's a Crystal Hollow right here. Okay, and then there's going to be... Yeah, there's an archer on top of this bookshelf, which sucks, but it's okay. Whoa! Some more crystal hollows here. Just use this bonfire to our advantage, or the staircase to our advantage. Okay, and then the other one should be over here. Yep, on the staircase. Great. Right. That guy's up there. He's annoying. Alright, we can come over here. Let him do his thing. And then there's another archer behind us. You just saw the arrow fly. Yep, there it is. So here's this guy. Go ahead and kill him. Check the corner for treasure, always. Always checking, always checking. Crystal Straight Sword. Oh, longbow. That's nice. Okay, so we're going to come out here. And then this is optional. Like, you don't really have to do any of this, but, you know, we're completionists around here, so that's why we do it. Okay. Okay, so actually we don't have to do this at all. So since we moved that bookcase, this one moves as well. This one right here. And it gives us access to the entry area again. So that's what that is. All right. So then we can go up a level, but we've already done this, so I'm just... Yep. Just check for enemies. Oh, God. Okay. So we have basically cleared out the whole area now. And that's the dead channeler. That's the hallway that we went through earlier. And then the bonfire's down there, although it doesn't appear yet. It's pretty funny. I think it appears once we hit this staircase. Not even. Wow. Still nothing. There it is. Okay, so we're not going to rest at it just yet. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to keep pressing on through here. And what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. And then this chest is real. Go ahead and open that. Blue Titanite chunk. And then... Right, so it's not this room, it's the other room. There's a hidden chest in another room. Okay, so we come in here. And then this chest is real. This is the channeler set. And then there's another chest back here. But this one is a mimic. Oh, no, it's not. I could have sworn there was a mimic in here. This is the crystal ember. Okay. And then this is the mimic right here. So this mimic contains the key to Logan's cell. Let's just start working on him. Nice 1,545 damage. Enchanted falchion. It's not the key? Oh, it's over here. Jesus. I think this is the key. Archive Tower Giant Cell Key. So now that we've done that, let's go rescue Logan real quick. So this is why I never rest at the bonfire before I do this, because then I'd have to just kill all the enemies again, and that's just a waste of time. All right, so let's go ahead and go back up the stairs. And then we can go back to the prison area. Alright, we leave through here. And then since everything's dead, we don't have to worry about it. We literally just run back. And when we rescue Logan, he is actually going to appear in Duke's Archives, and he will stay there for the duration of the game. Until, that is, we purchase all of his spells. And similar to Rhea of Thorland, when you purchase all of Logan's spells, he moves somewhere and goes hollow. And the place that he moves to, believe it or not, is... Oh, we can actually take a shortcut here. The place that he moves to, believe it or not, is the place where we first encountered Seath the Scaleless. And then he becomes... I wouldn't call him a boss, but you have to fight Logan. And he has really powerful magic. And he's also naked, which is weird. So he goes a little crazy. Alright, so we come down here. And then we're going to go down this ladder. Alrighty. Go down this ladder, and now we can open the door to Logan's cell.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm saved. That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery.
Okay, so that is Logan rescued, and we're going to reload really fast. This is a Firekeeper Soul, which is always helpful. That will increase our Estus Flask to +4. So let's reload really fast. This way Logan moves, and I'll show you where he moves to. He should disappear, yep. Okay, so Logan goes to where we found the key. Or basically, the first little side room where we found his cell key. Let's go back there now. I'm tempted to use a homeward bone. I'm not sure if it would transport me to my cell or if it would transport me back to the exterior, but I don't really want to risk it because I don't feel like killing the channelers again and all that. Although, one of the rare weapons that you need for the rare weapons trophy is the Channeler's Trident, and it's a very, very rare drop, so you are going to have to get familiar with farming those Channelers. If you're going for that trophy, that is. Alright, so up the ladder one final time. I'm glad we were able to get through Duke's Archives without dying. Aside from the scripted death, that is. I'm really glad for that. Because this place can be a nightmare. But having a plus 15 weapon, good stats, you know, it's not too bad. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to rest at the bonfire just to restore everything. And then I'm going to kindle the hell out of it because I have 5 soft humanity and I don't really know what to do with it. So I will kindle it to plus 20. Down the stairs we go. Such a big place. It takes a while to get through. Sometimes, I haven't spoken about these enemies before, but there are enemies in this game called... Oh my god, what are they called? They're so rare. Oh my god, what are they called? Oh my god, what are they called? Why can't I remember this? Enemies. Come on, Wiki. Vagrant. Okay, so there are enemies called Vagrants. And Vagrants appear in areas where players have died and lost a lot of humanity. So if somebody, you know, has 25 soft humanity and dies, a Vagrant can appear in that area for certain players. And I'm honestly a little upset that I haven't seen one yet because they're such a sight. Like, they're so rare. And many people will go through the game without ever seeing one or even knowing they exist. But they're little, like, crystal enemies. And some are hostile, some are not hostile. But they drop really good stuff. But they're very, very rare. Anywho, let's go ahead and rest here. We will kindle this bonfire several times. This way we get 20 flasks. This will be the first time we kindle really far. And what I'm actually going to do is I am going to quickly go spend that... I'm going to quickly spend that Firekeeper soul. I'll warp to Anorlando really fast and spend it with the Firekeeper there. Let's warp to Anorlando. Oops. We'll upgrade our flasks to +4. And the reason I'm doing this now is because the next area can be pretty tough.
Go ahead, even out.
Reinforce. Okay, so we got to +4. Let's go ahead and warp back to Duke's Archives now. Oh, Havel, how you doing? Okay. Vagrant. Man, I can't believe I forgot what a Vagrant was. Anyway, so back at the Duke's Archives, we have our 20 Estus Flasks +4. And then I'll show you where Big Hat Logan sits. So he sits in this room here. And he's now in this corner. It's very dark in this room.
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent. More than expected, even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you. And the secret of Seath's immortality.
So he mentions Seath's immortality. And basically... It's funny, this game gives you hints later in life. Seath the Scaleless is immortal, but there's a way to make him mortal, and Logan has figured it out. But if we did not rescue Logan, we wouldn't be able to figure it out. It's not a hard thing to figure out. It's pretty obvious in the boss room, but it's interesting that the game does tell you how to fight him. Here we go.
Ah, the secret of Seath's immortality. If you have fought him and were imprisoned, you must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. It is an effect of the primordial crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the primordial crystal can you so much as scratch his hide. And it so happens, the primordial crystal is in the inner garden of these very archives, the Crystal Forest. The tomes stored in these archives are truly magnificent, a great pool of knowledge, the fruits of superior wisdom and an unquenchable desire for the truth. Some would say Seath had an unsound fixation, but his work is a beautiful, invaluable resource. All progress demands sacrifice, and I certainly bear no antipathy for that wonderful, scaleless beast. The tomes store...
Okay, so that is Logan's dialogue. And what we can do now is we could purchase all of his magic. But it's very, very expensive. So if you wish to get the All Magic trophy, you will need to purchase everything, and then you will need to go fight Big Hat Logan. Because I'm pretty sure there he drops the greater... yeah, so if you want the final spell, White Dragon Breath, you have to purchase everything here and then go fight him. How much will this cost me? So 6-2 is 8, 16, 36, 76, 3,000 is 79, 82, 132, 152, 153, 183,000 souls. It'll cost you to purchase everything from Big Hat Logan. I don't think I have enough souls on me to do this right now, so I'm not going to. Let me see how much I can. Let me see how much I can manufacture here. Yeah, I really don't have. I definitely don't have enough to do this. 180,000? I don't know. Maybe if I cracked open every single boss soul. I don't know, maybe. Maybe I do. I have a couple big ones here. How much is this? Wow. Okay, never mind. We can purchase everything right now. Okay, so the interesting thing is that the more you purchase from Logan, the crazier he becomes. He starts losing his mind. So I'm not sure if we need to reload or anything, but he may change his dialogue right now.
The tomes store a great somewhere. All progress and I. The tomes.
No. Okay, so what I should have done. Maybe if I talk to him again.
Hello there. You really are very diligent. Oh, I understand. We are in the midst of a revolution. The tomes store all.
Let me see.
Farewell. Hello there.
Okay, so unfortunately, I should have done that before, but the more spells you purchase from him, like, he sort of starts going a little mad. So if you want, like, purchase some of the bigger spells from him, and then just stop talking to him, reload, and then, you know, you'll start to see what I mean. His dialogue changes pretty dramatically. He literally starts muttering to himself. But now that we've done that, let's go fight him so we can get the White Dragon Breath spell. We do need to backtrack a little bit to the intro area. So we need to go back to that staircase from earlier. Oh boy. Hello. Oh boy. And there's an archer on me, which isn't... Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I got a little overzealous there. That's okay, though. It's really close. Damn. That stinks. Anywho. Oh, wrong bonfire. We gotta warp to Dukes and then rest at Dukes. This way that doesn't happen again. Okay. So, now that we've spoken to him, done all that, I'm actually just gonna confirm that he has left before we go fight him. So I'm actually reading in the wiki that I have open. It says you need to defeat Seath the Scaleless and purchase all the spells, so we can move on. All right, so moving on here. Let us go to the next part, which is the Crystal Forest. So we can pull this lever. This drops a staircase. And then, of course, there's a crystal hollow just waiting to booby trap us, because why not? And then there's a final chest here. Go ahead and open that for 20 prism stones. And the reason we need prism stones, I'll put these on my hotbar. I'll show you why once we get to the location. Okay, cool. So go through the fog wall. And then you can either, if you drop off this little balcony, you will take damage, so I recommend just taking it easy. You will notice a lot of crystal golems in this forest here. And there's a special one right there, it's gold. And we're going to get to that one in a minute, but that one is very, very important to the story. So the crystal golems, they have a litany of attacks. They can sort of crystallize on command. So with their left arms, they can crystallize, and they can also do a big jump that leads to more crystals. I'm trying to get them to attack them. There we go. See? They sort of add crystals to themselves on command. Be very careful. I think these guys can drop blue Titanite chunks, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of them in this garden area, and many of them do guard treasure, so we are going to kill them. Yeah, so if they do a big two-handed overhead slam, you want to get away from them because they're going to basically form crystals around them. There's some more Titanite chunks. We got a 3-pack over here, so let's take care of these guys. One of them saw me, but I don't think we could get these one-on-one. Oh yeah, we can get this one. That's nice. Oh, I didn't mean to roll there. Just meant to... Oh god. So much damage. Alright. Ugh. Yeah, their stun is quite long. Alright. In the Daughters of Ash mod, they will just appear out of nowhere. So I'm like kind of terrified walking around here. But this is the gold crystal golem. And if you look closely, in the big crystal on its head, you can see what looks like a person. Oh god. I don't want to die doing this, so I'll just kill it. But this one is gold. It's a different color than the rest, so that should signify to you that something's up. It also has a lot more health than the rest. Okay, so once it's dead, an NPC will pop out. And this is Sieglinde of Astora.
It was you who rescued me. Why, thank you. I am Sieglinde of Catarina. I don't know how I ended up in that crystal. It wasn't terrible in there, but I could hardly move. I must think of some way to repay you. Oh, have you seen my father? You wouldn't miss him. A suit of armor just like mine. Thank goodness. I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. Now if you'll just stay put and keep out of trouble.
Okay, so that is Sieglinde, and her father is Siegmeyer, who we helped throughout the game. And as long as you tell her, yes, you've seen her father, you know, you can continue the Siegmeyer-Sieglinde questline. She will pop up in Firelink Shrine after we defeat Seath. She may disappear right now and go there, but let's just say she goes there after we defeat Seath. Okay, here's the crystalline set from that crystal hollow from earlier. And then there's another crystal golem or two over here. There's a third one over there. We'll just do this sort of sweep of the area. This one sees us from like a mile away, though. Okay. Take care of this one. This is right by the ladder that we came down, so in case you're wondering where exactly we went, it wasn't very far. Alright, get that one down. And if you like, you can leave a hint with these players. Just like that. I did it. Give them the thumbs up. There you go, maybe help somebody out. And then we can start coming down here. So we'll take out the rest of the crystal golems, and then we will enter the crystal cave. And the crystal cave is pretty crazy. There's a chance I will die in there, just because it's kind of hard to figure out how to get through it. That's a cool spell. I always like that. That used to make the PS3 lag like crazy. so they're down, and then there's a final guy over here. Let's come over here and take care of him. Yeah, he's in this corner over here. Alright, and that is all the crystal golems. So with all of them down, we can now enter the crystal cave. Oh, I think one of them dropped a chunk for us. How nice. Whoa. Yeah, you gotta be careful on these ramps. You will also take some phantom damage if you're not careful. Yes, blue Titanite chunk. Okay, so this is the crystal cave. And you want to get your prism stones ready, because we're about to start walking on invisible platforms. Oh boy, the crystal cave is something else. So there's going to be a lot of golems that run up these very steep ramps. And as you saw before, you're like really liable to slide down places without realizing it's going to happen. So you got to be very, very careful in here. One interesting thing is that the floor of the crystal cave makes a special sound. If you played Demon Souls on PS3, that sound should be very familiar to you. Okay, so you can see some snowflakes, or maybe crystal flakes, falling down here. But they appear to be stopping midway. And that's because all throughout the crystal cave, there are invisible floors. And that's why you were given the prism stones. So we get a humanity over here. And, I mean, the amount of hidden floors in this place is pretty crazy. There's also a lot of moonlight butterflies. I don't fight any of them. It's really hard to fight them as a melee class because they don't, like, they land in very precarious places. So it's just not worth fighting them. You can also come back here. I think... No, there's nothing back here. There's something back here somewhere. Maybe not. Okay. So we are now presented with, like, the biggest piece of crazy, and that is this walkway. So there's a developer hint that says path ahead, and then you just gotta follow the snowflakes. So wherever the snowflakes are landing, that is a safe spot. But if you're ever sort of unsure, just feel free to throw a prism stone down, and then you'll know when you're safe. So this is like a butter bridge here. This thing is really treacherous. This is another gold crystal golem sort of looking thing. It's not special. It does not have an NPC inside of it, even though it looks like it should. Oh god. Please don't jump me. Oh god. Okay, so this platform is crazy treacherous. You're gonna notice that I'm gonna start sliding down. Yeah, like I'm not controlling this. I'm holding forward and that's happening. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we need to drop right here onto this hint. Bam. But we can also turn around and go through this cave where there's a few crystal lizards, which will give us some twinkling titanite and all that. And then there's a corpse on the other side of this that has a blue titanite slab. So we got to be very, very careful as we walk. This path here is very well cloaked. It's a winding path that leads to this corpse over here. And that corpse has a blue titanite slab on it. I am debating not trying this anymore, but given the fact that you're here for a full walkthrough, I feel like it would be a disservice to not get it. So we have to be very, 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 very careful as we move over here to try to get this thing. So let's try to go this way. Using prism stones, you could sort of make a path, but I unfortunately don't have a lot of prism stones to my name, which is rough. Just keep watching the snowflakes. But again, there's like little dead ends that have snowflakes in front of them. So it's really important that you just take your time. I think we can walk straight to that hint, I think. Yeah, I think we can walk straight to this hint now. Okay, great. And then from here, we just gotta get to the edge of that crystal right there. So I don't think we can just walk this way. I don't think this will work. I think we have to do like a bit of a curved path here. I think we gotta walk over here. Yeah. All right. A couple more steps. And then we should be able to walk this way, and this should bring us down. Oh, we made it. Okay, so that's the blue Titanite slab. At this point, I'm going to try to make it back. I don't know how this is going to go. If I fall, I'm just going to cut it, and then we'll just, you know, go back to... we'll just make an edit. But I'd really like to try to make it back. I've never made it back. I always homeward bone out of here. Okay. Not bad. Go back to this hint over here. And then down into the cave, and I think we got it. Wow, so that is the blue Titanite slab. That, no joke, I cut out 3 or 4 deaths there. Obviously, I have no souls left. I don't know how I have 1 soul. I don't know where that came from, but now that we've done that, we can proceed through the rest of the area. We're going to drop down onto this crystal golem here. Yep. Just be careful. You don't want to go after that treasure right away. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, so recovering from that fall death after getting the slab, I would normally always just make the cut and resume the run right where I died. However, there is something really interesting right here. I mentioned vagrants before, right? That's a vagrant right there. It's on its own little crystal invisible path. So let's try to go get it. I think we could just walk straight to it. Sometimes vagrants are hostile, sometimes they are not. I've never seen one run away from me, though. This is new. Oh, it totally disappeared. Anyway, that's a vagrant. Wow, that was crazy. I've never seen them disappear like that. So this is where we died before. There's a bloodstain there with 1 soul on it. Don't walk on the left side of this bridge, otherwise you're gonna die. So let's take care of this gold crystal golem. Wow, I've never seen a vagrant run away. Usually they're stuck in place. Okay, so that's that one. And then we're going to walk, I think, to the end here, and then there's another invisible pathway for us. Just got to figure out where it is. Where is it? Oh, I see. Okay, so let's go back up here. Hopefully I don't fall off this invisible path. Wow. Well, I've never seen a vagrant there ever in my life. So that's new and exciting, as always. Okay, so let's go back up here. And then there should be another path for us to walk here. Right? Yep, great. And then we should be able to walk straight from here towards that other hint. Yep. Great. And then this is the end of the crystal cave, and we're about to fight Seath, but there's a treasure over here for us that we can grab really fast. This may wake up the other moonlight butterfly. No. Okay. You can farm moonlight butterflies for blue slabs, but I don't know, magic weapons in this game aren't great, so you're probably never going to do that. Okay, so in here, there's... it's just a room full of the clams that we found in the Great Hollow. There is one over here that I think is guarding a treasure, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. Okay. So yeah, I don't think there's much in this room. Yeah, you can kill the clams if you like. On your first attempt on Seath, the clams may follow you into the room, which isn't great, but it is what it is. So we're going to wake up Seath, and then our first mission in this room is to break the primordial crystal that Big Hat Logan told us about. That one right there. That is the source of Seath's immortality. That's a hard sentence to say. Seath senses our presence, and he's going to protect the crystal. On the first attempt on Seath, breaking the crystal you have to break the crystal every time, but his positioning here is really kind of friendly. Oh, whoops. I thought I was facing the other way. His positioning here is really friendly for getting the Moonlight Greatsword. And so we need to break his tail in order to get the Moonlight Greatsword. This is unfortunate. Yeah, like I said, they can follow you in here. So Seath is gonna do his big laser attack here. And then we gotta try to cut his tail. You wanna do it sort of near the end. There we go, Moonlight Greatsword, baby. There you go. Oh, don't get cursed. Don't get cursed. Wait for the crystals to pop. He does this 3 tail slam here. Oh, splat. Unfortunately, his other tails cannot be cut. It's just the back one is the sword. So from here on out, his belly is the weak point, so we can start attacking that. However, you do want to be careful because he has a laser attack that will, yep, do that, form crystals near his stomach, which isn't fun for anybody. There you go. So just keep attacking his stomach and eventually he'll go down. Oh, God. Brute force, brute force, brute force. Okay, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Oh, and I've been cursed. Does he stay dead? Oh, God. Okay, I got the Bequeathed Lord Soul. I got the Bequeathed Lord Soul, and I've been cursed. So I need to light that bonfire. I think I need to light it in order to get credit for the Lord Soul. So let's just go light it really fast. That's funny. I've never died like that to him. That's kind of funny. Pick up our bloodstain, and the bonfire's in the back of the room. Hopefully the clams don't catch up to me. Oh my God. Oh, the clam aggro. Oh, this sucks. The clam aggro is preventing me from lighting this bonfire. Are you kidding me? Oh, they're so strong. It's like unbelievable how strong these things are. Why are they backing up? It's gonna make me kill all these things. Yeah. Come here. Okay, great job. Now we can light the bonfire. Great. So Seath is down, bonfire is lit. We need to break our curse, so let's go ahead and use a purging stone. If you don't have one of these, you can purchase them from Oswald of Kareem, the Pardoner. And then we are going to now warp to... we're going to warp to the Duke's Archives bonfire. The reason we're going to do this is because now we have to go kill Logan really fast. Since we have killed Seath the Scaleless and purchased all of Logan's spells, he should have moved from his little research nook over here. Just double check to make sure that has happened. No, he's still here. Let's talk to him one more time.
Who are you? Stay clear of my work. Curses upon you. How dare you disturb me? Who are you?
Okay, so he has gone mad. So now we can reload, and then he should move. I feel like I've said that 4 times. Okay, so Logan is gone. That's good news. So now he has hollowed, because, you know, this research drove him crazy. So we just got to go back to where we first fought Seath the Scaleless. And Seath will not be there since he's dead. He wouldn't be there if we returned anyway, but he's only there that very first time. Instead, somebody else will be there. We do need to take care of these crystal hollows first. This way they don't harass us too much, because they can start to gang up on you if you're not careful. Come over here, and we're gonna kill this guy. Great. We gotta head into the other room here. Okay. Oh, God. Corpse blocked. Alright. Come over here. And then we gotta basically recall the elevator that we went up before. So we gotta come to the other side of the staircase. Be careful, because that channeler is still down there. He shouldn't bother you, but you never know. Give me another crystal hollow. Damn. I can't... Oh, the switch is on the other side. Kill this guy, and then the elevator switch is over here. So we're going to recall the elevator. But we do want to be careful because we just aggroed a couple of crystal hollows. You can hear them breaking stuff down there. Here comes the elevator. The gate lowers and we get, or retracts, and then we can get on. And we go back up. And then inside of Seath the Scaleless' original boss room will be Big Hat Logan. However, he will be naked because he has gone crazy. He goes the most hollow out of anybody, I think, but because he is who he is, and he is, you know, the strongest sorcerer in the land aside from Seath, you know, he's a force to be reckoned with, even in his hollow state. He can kill you if you're not careful. Alright, get your revenge on that crystal lizard who we messed up before. And then here's Logan. So he has crystal magic, but we are stronger, and he's generally pretty weak. But yeah, he's fully naked. Alright, we get Sorcery White Dragon Breath, his big hat, and the Tin Crystallization Catalyst. And then we can open this chest here for the Large Magic Ember. So the Large Magic Ember will be there no matter what. But the only way to get White Dragon Breath is to purchase everything you can from Logan, and then come up here and kill him. So we get the Silver Great Hero, and then I'm just going to double check to make sure there's nothing else. I don't think there is. But after this point, we're going to just go back to Firelink Shrine and wrap up here. At this point, you can just finish the game if you like. However, I'm not going to do that. The next part of this walkthrough is going to be the DLC. So the next section is going to be how to access the DLC, and then we're going to fight the first boss of the DLC. So that'll be the next section. It'll be fairly short. I may also sort of tie up a loose end with Havel the Rock. I never opened up his area, and we are going to go to Darkroot Basin anyway, so I'll probably take care of Havel the Rock as well. Okay, so Sieglinde is here. Let's see what she has to say.
Oh, hello again. We're both managing quite well, aren't we? But I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen him? Really? Then I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. He has a knack for that. If you just stay put. Really?
So I want to check something really, really quick. Siegmeyer. I'm pretty sure we can end her story, or end the full story here now. So Sieglinde, Firelink. Okay, so let's just reload. She's going to tell us that she has found her father, and then we can go finish that storyline. And this is only completable if you have access to the Great Hollow. So let's talk to her one more time. Should change.
Well, hello again. I have finally located my father. All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words. My father, he went on his final adventure. Don't worry. That's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. If he goes hollow, I'll just have to kill him again. My father.
Rough. Okay, so Sieglinde knows what she has to do. Let's warp to the Stone Dragon, and then we can just run to the other end of Ash Lake. Alternatively, I guess you could go to Blighttown and take the long way down the Great Hollow, but, I mean, why bother if you have access to Ash Lake, like we do? So we just got to run to the other end, and then near the bonfire for Ash Lake, you will find Sieglinde, and the tragic end of the Siegmeyer of Catarina questline. If you do not have access to this area, what you need to do is go to Blighttown, and then there's a big tree basically in the middle of the swamp section of Blighttown, and there's an illusory wall at the base of the tree that you can break open that will lead to a chest that has a really terrible shield. But then there's another illusory wall behind that chest, which will lead you down to the Great Hollow. And at the bottom of the Great Hollow is Ash Lake, and then this is Ash Lake. There is a Hydra here in Ash Lake, but I have already killed it. If you need help killing it, just check out my Ash Lake walkthrough. I can't remember what part it is, but it's in this playlist. You only need to kill the Hydra once. It is a separate Hydra from the one in Darkroot Basin, which we will take care of in the next part of the walkthrough when we start making our way to the DLC. If you don't have the Rusted Iron Ring, I really recommend having that, even to fight the Hydra here in Ash Lake, because you have to fight it while standing in knee-deep water. So it's pretty tricky to do without. The Rusted Iron Ring can be found in the Northern Undead Asylum on your return trip, as long as you have gotten the key that is in Firelink Shrine on top of a roof. So if you haven't gotten that yet, check out my walkthrough for that as well. So we're almost to the end now. I'm just gonna keep walking over here, and then this will bring us to the other bonfire. I do wish both of these were warpable, because as awesome as a lore area of Ash Lake is, or that Ash Lake is, it's pretty empty. There's some spells and stuff in here, and of course the Hydra to kill, but other than that, it's pretty void of life. Devoid of life, I guess I should say. Anyway, there's a bonfire over here, and we should see Sieglinde, yep. And sadly, she is looking at someone's corpse. Let's talk to her and see what's up.
My father. All hollow now. He's been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Catarina. You assisted us so greatly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now.
There's a slab for your troubles.
Oh, Father. Dear Father.
Okay, so if you leave, they will disappear, and Sieglinde will never come back. So what you should do at this point is kill her.
Yes. Now I see. You are one of the bad ones. Then there's only one thing to do with you. Oh.
You don't get anything for it, but you know, you get her souls, you sort of get the rest of her dialogue, and if you don't do that, she'll just disappear, so it's at least a little bit of dialogue extra. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and warp back to Firelink, and then if you'd like, you can give Rickard to Vindheim the Crystal Ember, or the Large Magic Ember, whichever one we just picked up near Logan. I'll do that in the next part, but for now, we're going to end it here. That's going to do it for this section of the walkthrough. Again, next time, we're going to go through the first area of the... Sorry, I'm going to show you how to get into the DLC, and then we're going to kill the first boss of the DLC, and we'll continue from there. That's it for this one. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Dark Souls Remastered, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'll be Johnny Cage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.